A week-long search for a man who Lexington police described as a danger to himself and others, and now we may know why.
James Caldwell showed up yesterday at a medical facility in Corbin. Tonight we're getting a look at that graphic letter Caldwell is accused of writing before his disappearance. Josh Breslow joins us with the story.
Well, when Caldwell seemingly vanished last week, Lexington police issued arrest warrants for stalking and terroristic threatening. LEX 18 has now obtained a copy of the incredibly descriptive letter Caldwell is accused of leaving for one woman. It's tonight's LEX 18 big story at 6. I've thought about getting a super soaker, and as you pull your keys to open the front door, spraying you with gasoline and setting you on fire, shooting you at work and then shooting myself, or hurting one of your coworkers, breaking into your house, hanging myself from the banister, murdering your parents because it would completely ruin your life. They're just some of the overly graphic threats included in this 2-page letter, allegedly written by James Caldwell. Janelle Harris says it was left last week on a vehicle outside of her Lexington home.
When I started reading it, I knew immediately what it was and who it was from.
According to Harris, the letter was addressed to her 21-year-old daughter.
I've never read anything like that, and I just couldn't believe that a guy that much older than my daughter, who she never had a relationship with, would threaten something so graphic as that.
That letter goes on to say, quote, "Once I was laying in bed at night and for no reason at all, I came up with a plan to hurt random people in Lexington, then coming and hurting you too, like some serial killer was in Lexington. I even once followed a couple home in an attempt to prepare victims."
It's just total shock and disbelief that this can happen.
Harris says her daughter has tried to get a protective order against Caldwell, but under Kentucky law, the two had to be married or share a child. Harris says they were never romantically involved.
I have to be married to somebody or dated and lived with somebody or had a child by somebody for somebody to protect, us from somebody wanting to do all these violent things. I just don't think it's right, and it doesn't make sense to me. Whatever it takes, I'm going to do.
The letter also includes the description of a vivid dream where the writer murders a woman as she wakes up to find she's been stabbed in the jugular. There's